I actually don't even think that most people understand what they're saying.
The reptilian overlords are the ones serving the Archons, but they are not Archons.
Okay, sorry.
The Archons like Decepticons.
It's a very old mythology, so might as well. Maybe even the concept of good and evil comes from Gnosticism.
That seems very contentious, because wouldn't that mean that in a society that wasn't Gnostic, they wouldn't have concepts of good and evil?
No, because it's
Like the collective unconscious.
yes, Jung especially liked Gnosticism a lot.
Yeah, and
So
alchemy.
yeah, and alchemy.
This is actually really cool.
Let me. The reason why we have a relation to the realm of forms is that we have the potential to become perfect.
What does
When
perfection
humans-
mean in this context?
Yes, exactly.
What is this
Yeah.
discussion about again?
This is from Ecce Homo. To become what one is, one must not have the faintest notion of what one is.
Nietzsche is a troll.
No,
He's a troll?
I don't know if he's a
Oh,
troll.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds super troll. If you want to find out who you are, you gotta completely fucking not.
No,
Back to the
Nietzsche's ideas are
psychology
practical.
point.
I have autism.
Sorry, what did
Nietzsche had syphilis, right? And it was developing for years.
she wakes up from the operation and she sees shades of blue? Does she know anything new? Do you think
But,
all knowledge is propositional? Care about-
No, there's certain Hegelian ideas that I really like. Master-slave dialectic. Yeah, that idea is true, but then I'm racist because I don't drink enough water.
Why would you ascribe a negative value to racism?
Do you
So that's
think
good to
that,
know.
There are people who get less racist when they're more hungry. Maybe I'd like a chili church.
There are real moral values.
Where are they?
No,
Well,
don't try this, please.
we're not going to reach mutual understanding in a call like this over this stuff.
Are emotions not part of the world?
No, because you're saying that the concept of value reduces values are just real. If somebody, I don't know, kicks a dog on the street.
I wouldn't necessarily have a negative reaction to kicking a dog.
Okay, but suppose
yeah,
I think the cruelty is just a primitive fact.
It has to do with like perennial values.
But what if the situation is recontextualized and the guy was defending himself?
Yeah,
from
it
a
doesn't have
rabid
anything to do
dog?
with doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about.
What if
We're
the
going to
dog was, like,
difference of the dog
eating a
and
baby?
I subscribe to a different view.
But okay, well,
Yeah, that-
What?
only within people. They exist independently. They have a more fundamental nature. Which one is it?
I think that the values themselves are real things, and
Well,
they have an
I do too.
independent kind of existence.
Why would they have to be independent to be real?
I think it exists very similar in the way that like mathematics exists, and it's a priori.
Universal?
It depends. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what you.
I'm kind of just hearing a metaphor for emotional reaction.
I know these views are weird.
Dualist, right?
Not a dualist in the sense that I think that the physical body and the mind are two separate things.
Jerusalem tradition, or is it kind of more from like the Greek tradition?
I don't know. I don't think my religious views have anything to do. I think values are something you feel.
I would agree with that.
But
So that
then
might be a-
you agree with Arcane. I mean, you're in the motivist just like him.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Kant made the distinction between kind of sensibility and rationality. I'm denying that distinction. In addition to pure formal rational principles and the kind of emotional flux, there's a third category of things that you feel, but they're objective.
Where does that third
What do
category?
you mean by where?
Everything is one. If we perceive
Okay.
something, we guarantee it's interacting with our senses, right?
No, I don't agree with that. Because I don't
then
think
how
that
would you
you can read
perceive-
something like valueception. Wow, this goes into deep philosophy of perception stuff.
An
part of the world.
intrinsic utilitarianism.
What does that mean?
Does it exist purely on like a social level?
No, I think it's
Like-
just a fact of reality.
So it permeates all things.
Yeah.
You're so Christian.
Yeah, Christianity. Yeah.
Do you think it exists outside of?
I think it's just part of the structure of the world. I think in the same way that math forms a kind of substratum of the world, I think this axiological reality forms a
Is it
large
something that you have to grow into as a child?
not in the sense of being educated, but just, like a squirrel doesn't have
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Don't,
you are anthropocentric.
How would you explain to people that if our emotions are truly something independent of us, why doesn't everyone have the same capacity?
What about psychopaths?
On my view, the painting is beautiful in the same way that it is red. I think that we're still seeing the same thing.
You derive different values from the same. Yeah,
I
there's.
think it's beautiful probably in the same way.
What about psychopaths? Or what about Hitler?
Question two.
Postmodernism.
Well, then you get into questions of ethos. It's a fancy term.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you think there, with vibration, you get sickness, and with other vibration, you get happy. That's it's like total bullshit.
Will to power. Is it okay to exploit others for maybe comedic gain?
Yeah, are there any natural slaves, as Aristotle said?
Could be, but they're just in a certain, like, if you want to talk spectrum, they wouldn't see or be guided by kind of higher things. You could have, I think there is something like a value of brotherhood where you kind of like see a guy. They never see that. They never feel that kind of way.
Do you think that there's hypothetically could be a perfect moral person? So I have another question. So do you think that we came upon it like evolutionarily?
The values are primitive and just all over the world. The value system is socially constructed, and that's why you see variation among different cultures. I mean,
it's not just socially constructed.
Beethoven, Mozart, like were those masterpieces already great before they had composed them, connected to this underlying magical?
Difficult to say. This is a difficult question, actually. I don't think Eggs Benedict was like a platonic form, but you have all these constituent parts, and then you can kind of mix them together and have a taste. It doesn't taste like eggs and butter. It tastes like Eggs Benedict.
You're not going to go and find Eggs Benedict that's not. So it is a universal form. You guys invest in Dogecoin?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I put a lot of money into that, so yeah, just never mind. In terms of, I'd have to know all your zodiac signs.
Oh, dude, I'm an expert in astrology. I fucking know all that.
Do you guess my zodiac?
Scorpio.
No, I'm a Sag.
Yeah, you probably got an earthy moon or some fucking thing like that.
I'm a Sagittarius too.
Sag, bro.
Yeah.
Do you guys unironically believe in that stuff? Or is this kind of a funny thing?
But the ancients kind of did, so I like it.
I'll read my horoscope if I'm feeling frisky.
I believe in it during like Tinder dates.
Yeah, I studied this shit. It's real as fuck.
If you guys really want to get in on this, I have a full chart reading that I did for Wittgenstein.
No, that's sick.
That's
like a full
That's amazing.
It's
I'd
awesome.
love a chart reading.
What's your date of birth?
December 7th, 2003.
Let me see. Well, keep going.
If a mage was gonna summon you guys, like what spell would they use?
I think like jungle creature or something like that.
Oh wow.
I was right. I said you had an Earth moon. You have a Taurus moon. Good intellectual kind of. Oh, let's see. Dude, your Venus not so great though.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, like in the romantic realm, you're very kind of brutish and.
Jungle creature.
I did Otto Weininger. I was gonna do.
I'm not too familiar with these guys.
He's the most sexist philosopher of all time.
Well, to get back to the discussion topic at hand, I think doing debates is just exploring the pliability of your mind, and it's kind of like an exercise routine, you know?
Dialectics are pointless.
What definition of
Define dialectics for me really quick.
Debates, discussions, Nietzsche believed that dialectics are pointless. Talking mainly about Socrates from the beginning, so Nietzsche doesn't appreciate the Socratic method. If you want something, you can just go and take something instead of discussing
This
and
is
talking
Twilight
about
of
it.
Idols?
Yes, exactly.
This is actually really relevant to what we're talking about. He says that debating a point is kind of the lowest resource you have. Then you should just use your force.
Well, you know, if somebody's trying to barter you for your fucking cow or something and they only want to give you 2 shillings or whatever, I'd be like, no, dude, you're not getting this cow.
Obviously not talking about that, given that he mentioned Socrates.
Whenever somebody starts talking some feminist stuff, be like, Jesus Christ is Lord. I only follow the Holy Scriptures, and this is all bad.
I'd just be like, you know, my aunt was at Stonewall. I actually have blood. I'm lying.
On God.
Well, now we have a woman in the chat.
You're assuming genders now, so.
Guys, I know him, and my name is clearly.
Are we being ironic, or is this a real thing?
Who knows? I mean, the realism of gender identity.
No, I said that. I forget exactly what I said, but I said something. Actually, making a point about the metaphysical, masculine and feminine, of active and passive, of light and dark, in their most primordial form.
You sound so archetypally masculine right now.
I think you sound really non-binary right now.
Just let me know what you want to do, and I'll behave accordingly.
No, I was joking.
Why is it annoying?
They think that things like scholarly rigor are patriarchal values, so they don't really. Some people legit think
I
that.
see Simone de Beauvoir's school.
It's not her work on sex. I didn't like some of that one. The ethics of ambiguity. I think she's wrong about everything, but I did like it.
Have you guys found any male feminists that you like?
I don't know any.
There's Alfredo Linguini.
Yes, of course. Alfredo Linguini.
He was critiqued by like Anton Ego.
Tomato Spaghetti, I think, was his main opponent.
It's really hard to get his literature, but I ended up getting the knockoff Ratatouille.
What is
You
that?
know, Ratatouille.
Do a feminist
Elias,
debate.
who is?
You have some really unhinged ones.
Yeah, but he'll need feminists.
For me, it's a completely heady intellectual thing, but for some other person, that's a very important part of their daily life and self-identity. So when you attack it, you're not attacking the idea in a kind of detached way. You're attacking some deep
You're
part of who
attacking
they
the
are.
person.
The esoteric guys in the inner circle, they get all the correct things. And then for the rest of the mob that can't understand it, you just make up some sort of convenient lies. And I actually think you kind of got to do that. Sadly. Some people are so stupid that they just will never get it ever.
They're not
Why
actually
not?
stupid. It's just different views. That's all. And you're trying to enforce your views.
For such a person, you can't really have any
So
kind
you
of
have to
serious
enforce your
discussion.
views. So in this case, the only option you have is to enforce your views.
Yeah, I think so. Basically,
The natural slaves that kid. What was his name? Kid Puff.
yeah, in some sense. I mean, they're just not.
Natural slaves.
How so am I such a Christian?
Higher order Christians tend to like fall into that same belief that there's the herd and the wolves. There's like the shepherds and the herd.
Yeah, I think that's probably. I probably would agree.
You're
with that.
American, Tyson. You're
Dare you.
American, right? Well, I'm American. You know, greatest country in the world.
Yeah, you guys used to be. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll be made great again.
Wait, are you?
Get out of-
I don't know.
Canada's a different situation from down
Yeah,
here
like-
in the States.
Intuitively, in this little that I have read, I like Austrian economics.
How's your girth?
Very. What does that have to do with?
How many?
What do you
how
mean?
many
though? What do you mean?
centimeters? You fucking.
Politically, girth-wise, I don't know, like that little compass thing.
That's not what we're talking about now, dude.
Okay.
This is serious.
And there's probably a lady here, so you
No,
shouldn't.
it's not.
I'm laughing sincerely,
Okay,
so
good.
it's fine. Keep going.
Good.
See, this is masculine.
I prefer often talking to women over men because, like,
What a mansplain.
no, nobody can mansplain to me.
They didn't assume that I'm a female because of my name. It's an Arabic name.
That's fun. I thought you were a girl because
I don't assume.
What?
I don't
I don't
assume.
wanna-
anything
Are you guys
about it.
feminists?
what?
Who?
It's just a general question. Just asking.
I don't like the term feminist, to be honest. So I don't
And
consider
Yes.
myself
Why?
one.
I think it's a marketing scam.
Me too.
Marketing scam.
Interesting.
I think it's a plan by the CIA to extract more taxes.
My
That's
mom
actually
was
true,
a
though.
feminist.
Your mom's
Um,
a feminist.
It's much more interesting to talk about individual thesis.
Have you been feminized by the deep state?
Oh, I resisted, thankfully. I think.
They didn't get you with the soy and the
No, I
microplastics
drink
or-
only filtered water, and I only eat meat.
How much Joe
Canada's
Rogan do you watch?
The guys at Delta Force guys are.
Joe Rogan's RFK episode.
You're
poisoning the children.
Hey, that's a good. That's a.
Was that Maria?
You're poisoning us.
He's not wrong though.
Last time we did an impression of Zizek, and that was very, very
Actually more ideology.
That's cool.
See, I resent the term feminism because of the sex right of.
He does a lot of Lacan. I'm not really familiar.
Lacan to Hegel to a movie reference, and then to Lacan to Hegel to a movie
I like when he
he
talks
said
about
this chunks.
Vertigo.
Oh, Vertigo.
Mulholland Drive, Lost Highway, those Lynch movies, and
Yeah,
Blue
like-
Velvet.
I have Sublime Objects PDF on my phone, but I only use it like at 3 a.m. when I have to piss at night. I like use it as a flashlight basically when I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, I thought it might.
Seen his Peterson debate.
Peterson was never the same after the benzos.
It's like, go on. The Maps of Meaning, yeah.
Deep book, but
His seminal work.
yeah. He's like stoked on Pinocchio. Then he like starts like tearing up. It's
It's like, you know, he's a boy, but becomes a real boy.
he becomes a genuine individual.
Because of him, I read Archetypes.
Yeah,
Ion,
I
I
read
think he likes
Ion.
Ion.
Depends on what do you mean by do and you and believe and in and God. Come on.
I act as if there is a god. Mr. Benzo.
I need a benzo right
That
now.
was like the first rule to life is don't get addicted to benzodiazepine.
How did you like Jung so
Mhm.
much if you're such a logical kind of empiricist guy?
Do you think dragons are real?
I don't know.
Do you think predators are real?
My cat is here beside me.
Dateline
So then-
NBC.
The most predatory idea you can think of, a dragon-like creature.
Yeah, it's like a lizard, jungle cat, and also a bird. A bird.
That means dragons are real, because that means predators are real.
Saying that the metaphysical is closer than you think. Transformers more than meets the eye.
I have
Yeah.
friends who believe in dragons and stuff. They believe that the older Earth was kind of like half a dream world or something, and that there's all this crazy
Well,
shit.
dragons don't exist in the 3D world, man. They had Erd trees like in Elden Ring, ginormous mammals. That was great. It was kind of like the Flintstones.
Do you know like the Q, the alien race?
They like the Anunnaki or like the underground lizard people. I'm looking into the queue after this.
So I'd love to meet somebody one-on-one who's a pure determinist, and then I would arm drag him and put him in a rear naked choke, and I would whisper in his ear, "How does it feel to know that your life just is totally in the hands of nature, and I could just kill you right now, and I have no decision."
You're just torturing some guy, some poor fellow.
I'm a determinist. But I don't think he should press charges because he can't really say I was doing anything immoral. I was just determined to do it. So come on, I mean, you can't blame me.
Oh, well, maybe you were determined to go to jail for that.
Post that somewhere. TikTok.
Philosopher destroys determinist. Me strangling this guy. Yeah, poor guy.
Solid as a rock.
Arcane's ass so fat it's making me a fat